to the Dauphin Island Sea Lab. We are so glad that we have parents and grandparents and siblings and friends to come and share what these students have been learning for the last 4 weeks, which is a whole lot, right? Yeah. My name is Jenny Cook. I'm one of the educators here at the Sea Lab, been hanging around for quite a while. And this is Greg Graber, one of the other educators, and Jennifer Latour, one of our other educators. And we've had the pleasure of working with your children over the last 4 weeks, and it really has been a pleasure. It's been a great group, and we've been talking about what a good group this group of kids is. So we appreciate you allowing them to come here for the last month, because I know it's been a long time away from home. I want to say just in a nutshell, just beginning, the Sea Lab and who we are and what we do. I'm not going to take a lot of time with that, but I want to make sure everybody understands the setting that we're in right now. And that is that we're a consortium of colleges and universities in the state of Alabama. Back in about the mid-'70s, the state legislature got together and they decided that instead of spreading resources out to different universities across the state of Alabama, that we would have one marine education and research facility, and that's right here at the Dauphin Island Sea Lab. So instead of giving Alabama and Auburn and University of South Alabama and Troy and all these different schools across the state of Alabama their own research fleet, their own set of research labs, like right down the hall we have research scientists busy at work. We have it right here on the coast. So it's a way of pulling the resources and using the resources wisely, and we've got a wonderful coastline to do that right here in Alabama. So we are the marine research arm for the state of Alabama. So our number one mission really is to provide higher education for college students. So while you're on our campus today, you're going to see a lot of college students that are here from a lot of different universities all across the state of Alabama, and then also to do marine research. And once the Sea Lab got established, it was just shortly thereafter that the K through 12 program got started, and that's the program that these students are participating in. And we call that the Discovery Hall programs here at the Dauphin Island Sea Lab. And so it wasn't long after the Sea Lab was established that some teachers had the idea that they wanted to bring some high school students down to the Sea Lab in the summer months. And that was the beginning of our high school course. And since then it's blossomed, and didn't take long for the State Department of Education in Alabama to come down and take a look at the class and say, wow, you're spending as many hours with these students as they would in a science class during the school year. We think it's worthy of a whole year's science credit. So the State Department of Education in Alabama approves our program and recommends to the school systems in Alabama that they receive a full year science credit for it. And I'm going to tell you, when you talk to these students, they'll tell you how hard they've worked. It's been, cramming a whole year into 4 weeks. And so we have class all day. We have class at night. We have class during some of the weekend days. So it's really, really busy. So I know that we have several out-of-state students, which we're thrilled with. And I will tell you, I've been doing this a long time. You can see all this gray hair up here? I've been doing this for a while. This is my 32nd summer at the Dauphin Island Sea Lab in some capacity. I came here as an undergraduate in 1982, so I've been hanging around for a while, and I love it. But I've never seen, I will say I rarely see a situation where a student doesn't get some kind of acknowledgement on their transcript. We have that happen occasionally from an out-of-state or a private school here and there, but most of the time when schools really see how hard these students have worked, and when they contact us and they get the list of objectives that we cover that's like this thick, they begin to realize how hard these students really work and how much they've really accomplished. And we've had students, Greg's wife is one of my former students, and she actually works at the Sea Lab now, and she will tell you that this class rivals a college class. And so, it's a lot of hard work. I'm seeing Danny, one of the counselors back there, who was also one of my high school students, shaking her head yes, that it rivals a college class. So you ought to be proud of how hard these students have worked and how much they've accomplished. So, speaking of counselors, you know what? I tell you what, there are a lot of details that go into making this a great program and making this a safe program. That is our number one mission. Yeah, I want students to learn a lot, but our number one mission here is to keep your kids safe while they're here and in a good, healthy, safe environment. And we have a team of people that help us do that. And I want to take just a moment to thank them and acknowledge them. Is Marty in the room? Yeah, okay. Well, Marty, if you haven't met Marty yet, you will. He is our head counselor, and he keeps everything in line. And I'm telling you, he is wonderful and keeps everything in line, but with a gentle touch, right? And so the kids love him, we love him, and he helps us a whole lot. I'm just looking around. I see Bonnie back there. Bonnie is the one who really mothers and takes care of everybody, and I appreciate that so much. Jonathan, everybody kind of looked up to him as like a big brother. Danny was the one who's been in our high school course as well. And Jennifer, is Jennifer in here? I don't see Jennifer. Jennifer was also one of our high school students who came back to work as a high school chaperone. So they like the program. They keep coming back. That's a good sign. And so Danny's been in the program before too. So they could go to her as somebody who had been in their shoes, which is always a nice thing. So we certainly appreciate all that they've done. We also have a couple of interns who've been helping us so much this summer. Ty, wave your hand, Ty. Thank you so much. Jenny. Yay. I tell you what, interns, we hope that it's a great learning experience for them, but we also learn a lot from them as well and the experiences that they bring to our program. And like I said, there are just a lot of logistics when you're trying to get 40 people out on the boat or 40 people to Panama City. There are a lot of logistics and a lot of cookies to buy and stuff like that. And so there's a lot that goes into a lot of planning. And so it takes a team of people to do that. And heading up this team is Dr. Millerway. Dr. Tina Millerway is the chair of the Discovery Hall programs. And, kind of the buck stops at her desk. And so she wanted me to extend her apologies. Her son is a very fine musician, and he was first chair, I think, in trumpet in the state of Alabama, and has gone off to a summer camp himself. He's a high school student here in Mobile, and he's up in North Carolina, and they went to pick him up today. So she really wanted, she felt very badly that she couldn't be here today, and I know that she wanted me to just extend her apologies for not being here today. So, last but not least, we want to acknowledge the students who've been here and hung in there with us for 4 weeks, because I tell you, it is a long, hard program. And I talk to students all the time who've developed lifelong friendships. We had one of our former students come who works for an environmental consulting agency here in the local area. He came and spoke with us just about his career choices since the high school course. And he was mentioning the other night that he still keeps in touch with a couple of the students that he made friends with while he was here. And so to me, that's one of the added benefits that's just kind of a byproduct of this program. So it'll be interesting to hear from these students for years to come and see where they go and what they do. Our goal is not to make everybody a marine scientist, just so you know. I'm never disappointed when I bump into a student in future years and they say, "Oh, I'm sorry I didn't go into marine science." That was never my goal. My goal was to just share with you the oceans, give you a greater understanding and a greater appreciation that you can carry with you throughout your life. And if you go into marine science, great. If you don't, great. We just want you to have a happy, wonderful life. And knowing more about the ocean planet that you live on will help improve that life. Okay, so let's hear what the students have learned. Oh, one little housekeeping thing. We will be taking a break. I will tell you that this is going to last through about lunchtime. And we're going to try and keep things moving as quickly as possible because we are streaming, and we welcome all of the folks who are streaming with us today as well. The restrooms are right out that back door. So if you need to slip out and take a short restroom break, there's a water fountain right there as well. And about halfway through the presentations, we'll be taking just a little leg stretcher and a little refreshment break. So If you're not from the South, welcome, y'all. Okay. You ready? All right, let's do it. Now, just so you know, so that we could give everyone in the streaming audience an idea of when to anticipate the presentation that they were looking so forward to, we've already come up with a list of the order in which these students are going to present. Okay, so they know. Okay.